Welcome to Coder Thoughts. We all know how important a resume is for our job search, and therefore, today I would be sharing with you my resume and the structure I decided for it and why I decided certain things to be included in my resume. Hope this video helps you. So, let's get to my resume. Let's see what I have on my resume. The first thing what the recruiter sees is my phone and email. So if they got my resume from somewhere, they should be able to contact me, right? So you should always have phone number and email on your resume. Now, for recording purposes, of course, I have um, made all this access, but you get the point. Then there is a LinkedIn link. As a software engineer, you should have a LinkedIn profile that is updated, and you should include that in your resume because it's something that I don't know. LinkedIn itself is your resume, but it's like more of a good thing in per se because over there you have recommendations from people. Like for example, if you go to my LinkedIn profile. Um, you will see these recommendations which I received from four people, and it is very good for it's a very good impression altogether. On top of that, I also have some people who uh, actually endorsed me over here for C++, Golang. I got six endorsements. So this kind of shows that other people also values you, and this is really important, right? So having a LinkedIn profile in your resume is really good. Then, of course, the GitHub profile, which will show your GitHub contributions, and that is really good. Uh, then you should have uh, now this hacker rank is something which I like to add. It's something because over here I get to show them that I have some of the skills which I talk about, and there are some certificates over here as well. And I also have some problem solving skills, and I like this badge. I like to showcase it. It's always good to showcase whatever you got. Then over here in work experience, I would like you to notice some patterns. So one of the pattern is like I always describe what were my responsibilities in that company, and then what results I bought. So most of them are like what responsibilities are like. My responsibility at OneFootball was developing back end for front end, designing and developing new features to enhance the experience of football fans. And then I was also responsible for developing and deploying scalable backend for client applications. Um, and the result was like something like what are the things that happen. So I was able to create and deploy a backend service which was able to serve 3 plus million users of one football, and that was within 200 milliseconds of response time. That is obviously good. And over here also, if you see in Qualys, I was responsible for doing these things, and then I actually got the service 50% faster than before, and also added some things which helped having more unit test cases and fix some critical bugs in production that were the edge cases. So it gives them a view of how you actually are successful in your career. Okay. Then if you go to the left, what you would see is projects with the links. Now this is very important. You should always have a link to your project, and if your project is dead, I don't know what to do, but sometimes it's just good to have links. Sometimes just don't have it for the dead projects because yeah, it's very tedious to see. Oh, the project is here. Oh, it's 404. It's not there. So always have it. if the project is not that. It also gives them more insight into what you might be doing. For example, when I say I was working on Qualys container security, I could say, oh, okay, Qualys container security, he was working over here, and this part is certainly related to this, the name. And then they can see, okay, this is what the actual application did, and then it really makes sense. Like even the small paragraph helps them understand what you are dealing with. Okay. Now over here, one of the mistake which I did is I did not add the one football application or something, but yeah, I should have added. I do agree. um okay, so then the next section is skills. Now, I see a lot of people adding a graph as to whether as how much they are skilled in a particular language or tool or things like that. But I would say it's not actually right from their perspective. So it would be right from your perspective, and everything should work out, but it depends on the team. So if the team does not know, let's say Python or Golang, but you know it, so for them you are the advanced one. So you are 10 on 10 on Python and Golang. But if the team knows Golang and Python, like they actually created the language, in that case they would say, oh, you don't even know Golang and Python, even though you might think you know basic stuff. So never have those ratings, never rate yourself in a particular tool or language or whatever. Just keep it in the skill section, and it is important to keep as well, because recruiters use these automated resume filtering things, which might actually filter your resume out just because you did not have those keywords. So I find this nice balance between writing skills and things that I can express that, okay, I know I have worked on these kind of things. Then certifications, this section depends. I mean, of course, all the companies I work for never required this certificate, but it gave them a slightly impression that, okay, this guy also loves what he does and likes to learn new things, so he's just learning. These are the things which he learned. Sometimes they also give you some extra bonus if they are working closer with some of the teams that would be actually working on this. Education, this is not that mandatory, but I just put it here because some companies, especially I have seen companies in India, do consider from which college you graduated from, and I do understand that. Um, it's something very country specific, but yeah. So hope this helps you in writing your resumes, and yeah, you get a nice job you dreamt of.